welcome to the RPG Blender, where we give lesser-played games or forgotten settings the roll the dice they deserve. I'm your host, Game Master George, thrilled to welcome you to the next chapter in our adventure. Our heroes have overshared with a snake, and now go to find an armory. But have they now chosen the correct side? Find out as we explore a new land of power and ancient secrets in Exalted, Fathoms Below. Hello and welcome to the RPG Blender as we return to another edition of Exalted. Joining me here as always is Craig. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Craig, as well as your character.
Howdy, everybody. This is Craig, who's playing Dirham Barat.
And your fun fact. As you remember, we introduced that last time.
Right, fun fact. Sure.
Aren't you glad you're always the first one?
Yeah, it feels good. It feels right, honestly. It feels proper, and we should probably keep that tradition going. My fun fact is that Dirham is looked at as the black sheep of his family.
Fun. Okay.
I know, isn't it? It's just you just get a nice belly laugh thinking about that fact. There you go.
And joining us as well, we have Greg. Introduce yourself, Greg.
Howdy, everybody. It's me, Greg. I am playing Sinus Nadala, formerly Sinus Nadala, currently known as Adramalik. And a fun fact about Adramalik is that his family of House Sinus happen to be a bunch of slavers. And Sinus is not one to scoff at the idea of slavery, but he did leave the family business. So he has that going for him. But he's used to slaves, so that's not good. That's a bad, dark thing that you now know.
Yes, a fun fact.
Right. We're just really keeping it fun here.
It's a medieval world, and he's kind of a dick. But
I mean, slavery is a thing in this world.
Yeah,
sure is.
Unfortunately.
It sure is. Now, I'm wondering, actually, did you actually research that and find out how Sinus did that? Or
It was in the little blurb that you gave us.
Awesome.
And that's why he likes having people serve him stuff. He doesn't agree morally with slavery, but he agrees conveniently that it benefits him. Like, oh, I like being waited
he's the
on.
Worst type of person.
Yes. He's that enlightened centrist, yeah.
Okay. All right. And that brings us to Rich. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Rich.
I play Rakim. Hello, everyone. Or I play Smiling Mountain. It gets very confusing. We have so many names now. Oh, man.
You can get rid of the fake names I gave you now. I think everybody knows your real ones.
No, Adram Malik still calls me Rakim.
Yeah,
that's why I keep it.
He's losing his identity to this rich yup who enjoys slavery.
I mean, as you remember about Rakim finds as long as you treat your servants, no matter what form you have them in, well, that it is fine. That to serve others is what everyone does. It is just in what facet. But fun fact is, Rakim was considered a blessing to his family, literally from the gods that he was sent, which is why he was sent to go be a dragon helper person. I forget what we were called. Disciple. That's them, right?
Nice.
It was a long time ago.
Sure. Yep, it was a long time ago.
Past life.
And, of course, we have Ed.
Howdy. My name's Ed. I am playing Strings, and my fun fact about Strings is that his entire aesthetic is based off of an actual Japanese fashion style that rogue children and punks used to dress as. Like teenagers in feudal Japan would dress up in these long kimonos and these high platform stilt sandals with these 3-foot long pipes, and the style was called kabuki.
Oh, that's amazing.
All of Strings. Why do I keep doing that? All of Strings is based off of that one fashion style because I thought it was so cool when I learned about it in college, and I was like, yeah, I want to be that.
That is cool.
Incoming fact checkers to see just
Yep,
how
bring
accurate that is.
Bring it. Take it up with Natalia Baldigo, my professor.
If you want to talk smack about this, feel free to comment in the comment section and make sure that you validate or correct Ed.
In the comments. Hit me on Twitter. Fuck you. I don't have a Twitter.
His phone number is
okay. Oh yeah, I'm clearly just going to put in a
it.
big beep there to make it seem like he actually gave it out.
proper.
It's hilarious.
Anyway, when last we left you, you had arrived at a mysterious island. You then climbed the mysterious cliffs, one of you more successfully than the other. You made it to the top and found waiting a mysterious firebird, which landed in front of you, transformed into a human shape, and explained that you were trapped on an island within the dream of a captured creature. It then told you that you could awaken awaken this creature and set yourself free if you gather together some objects of power. Then led you to a cave where you descended beneath the water and found a great, mysterious serpent of wood and ash and ember, which questioned you about your lives, about your dreams, about the world outside, before allowing you to take the instrument. It was an instrument that was called
figure out
a thing.
Loot.
A loot.
A white?
A loot. That was a test. Clearly, I didn't forget what it
dare
was.
you guys give him that? How dare you? We're going to be hung out to dry so many
Mercy
times.
goes both ways, man.
No, it does not.
I have a
You
tally
have not
marker over
played
here. I
enough
remember
with them.
each time that you guys have helped me and left me out to dry.
Yeah, right, George.
How many
You're way-
names have you asked me for randomly, Craig?
Too many. Too many. I don't know, George. How many have I asked for? Keeping track.
You are at
Yeah, okay.
26 from this game.
Oh, stop it. That's bull. He's looking at... This is
I don't
the
know enough
keys
to
all
refute
over
it.
again. This is bull. He's pulling numbers
Tearing
out of
us
his ass.
apart. It's tearing the fabric
It's the
of the
keys.
podcast
Yeah, no,
apart.
it's he's okay. Anyway, we digress.
Anyway,
it was a loot.
you retrieved the loot. You made your way out of the cave, where you were greeted not by your fiery friend, but by a mysterious woman who claimed to be a river god. She then claimed that this mysterious firebird had ulterior motives and perhaps was not being honest with what was going to happen when you did this. She then offered to lead you to an unknown location where you would find some of the remaining triggers. And that's where we left off, with you making your way down the beach toward the water.
So she's leading us to our next point of interest.
Because we assumed that since the other one was at the top of the volcano, the Tau fire spirit and potentially the wolf spirit that we saw earlier would probably try to stop us. So this is the easier. It's better to get this one now and then
And it's
confront
closer
the.
too.
Yeah, it's closer.
The
Yeah.
Tau also saw us talking to Lady and then went.
Yes, you
to go
did
to the wall.
see the mysterious fire spirit up in the air above, flying then toward the center of the mysterious island.
Yeah,
Did I mention it's mysterious?
You think it did with me?
Okay. Unless anybody has anything pertinent to do or discuss along the way. Questions, comments,
Nope.
complaints?
Adramalik just simply remarks to Strings that he really likes his fashion style, and
Thank you. It's totally my own and not based on anything.
it is quite just absolutely spectacular. I've never met anyone like you. I'm a fan of the colorful decor, as you can tell. Uber, I didn't obtain him where I come from in my house. He was shipped from a faraway land, so I'm a fan of your extraordinary. It's extraordinary. There's really no words to describe.
Oh, you're a darling. I think really the point is that I'd never like to meet anybody like me either. And I light my 3-foot pipe.
I will take wits awareness rolls from everybody.
Oh, no!
We were talking on the beach. This was a test.
Also, just quick recap. Who has the loot?
You do.
That's what I
yours.
thought.
You do,
I
but
just
you were
wanted, I
resisting
just
the
wanted
urge
to
to
make
play
sure 100% that I had this sweet thing, so I don't have to take it by force. Wits awareness.
I forgot how to roll this. Here we go. It's coming back to me.
Uno.
Is this an ambush? Because I got a specialty in ambushes.
No.
Okay. I think that's never going to come up. I think
Oh
I
my
chose
God,
a bad
It's come up once.
specialty. Did it?
I got a 5 out of 6. It's pretty good.
I got nothing.
Rich
Got
got a
nothing?
4.
Wait, you got nothing?
I got nothing.
So, Mountain and Adramalik, you see up on the cliffs overlooking you the wolf creature from before, just watching you. As soon as you wave at it, acknowledging its presence, it turns and stalks away toward the forest, dissipating into smoke.
I think our friend the Seeker is keeping an eye on us. The aspect of the wolf just happened to take a little beachside stroll, as it were. Just thought we all ought to know.
And then
Suma?
yes?
Do you have any insight that you can lend to us concerning that wolf that seems to be watching us?
It is an aspect of the demon that is creating this dream. It is bound to oppose those who would seek to wake it.
But it does want to be free, right? You did say it wants to wake up and escape, right?
Yes.
Why would it stop us from waking it up?
It has no choice. This is its binding. It must act to prevent its own awakening.
And forgive me, my memory is foggy, but are we aware of how this thing was bound? By what means?
By the 3 artifacts that we're obtaining, I believe.
Well,
I do not know the mechanisms by which your predecessors did so.
that answered enough. Please lead the way.
Of course. She leads
Thank
you.
you, Suma.
She leads you to the edge of the water and then gestures with a hand down into it. Down this path, you'll find the armory.
In the water?
Yes.
Do we have to be able to breathe down there?
You should, I assume, be able to breathe down there. I do not breathe much myself.
Oh, goodness. Okay. You're a water goddess, though. Right? Oh, sorry, river goddess.
Yes, I am the god of a river.
So I feel like you probably have no problem breathing underwater because you're of the water. I've never tried breathing underwater before.
Then how do you know you cannot do it?
That is actually a very good point. Yeah, I never tried. Very well.
I put my hand on both Strings and Adramalik's shoulder, and I go, "We cannot breathe underwater."
No. She said I could try it. I'm going to try it.
I turn to Smiling Mountain and I go, "Let Andromalic try it. What's the worst that could possibly happen?" As I start to like tune this weird instrument.
I immediately begin wading into the water and just sort of like totally like Jesus like with my arms outstretched like I'm the chosen one. I can do this. Okay.
Here folds his arm.
Show no fear. And I submerge my head and take a big gulp of seawater.
Okay, so you begin making your way into the water. I assume that Adramalik has been in water before?
I have, yes.
Okay.
My family home is on a port, so I frequented the beaches.
Okay.
That's a fun fact. That's actually a fun fact. Not what I said before.
You step into the water and you see the wave crashing towards you, and you don't feel wet as you do. The clothes on your legs, it does not billow in the pressure of the water. And as you step forward and take that breath, you breathe air.
I pretend to drown horrifically in the water.
I hold my sight and watch carefully, my eyebrow perking ever so sharply, as I don't think I've experienced watching somebody drown before, but I didn't expect it to take this long and be so dramatic.
I'm just trying to think of the best case scenario. Like, I believe you, and then like Comet punch the water away and throw you to the beach with the force of 1,000 suns.
Give me
what's the good outcome here?
Give me your performance manipulation roll, and that opposes their resolves, I believe.
All right, performance manipulation. And that is a fat 2 out of 5.
Okay.
Resolve.
You should have a calculation that is for resolve. Yes, you should. Or it's actually guile. Guile is what you need.
Okay,
Guile.
What is that?
I don't even know what that is.
Guile is your ability to see through deception attempts.
Yeah, it's down in the health and defense section. It's not one of the abilities.
No, it is manipulation plus socialize plus any relevant specialty divided by 2 rounded up. It is a defense. Numbers.
We got to this part, baby. All right, I was just
system.
I was just doing it as a joke. I'm sorry.
Well, we might as well know, right? You said it was manipulation plus socialize.
Plus any relevant specialty divided by 2 rounded up.
Oh, really? I would have thought like,
Carry the 1.
I thought integrity was how you do it. So knowing how to lie is how you prevent yourself from being tricked by lies?
Apparently.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
Well, it makes sense. You can see
It
through
would have
lies 'cause you're
changed
so good
a
at them.
lot.
Resolve is your ability to stand up to somebody trying to exert social pressure upon you. Because
So like peer pressure. Someone tries to peer pressure you, like, hey, we're gonna smoke Strings' pipe.
Well,
And you're like, I don't roll that way. I'm straight edge. You know, you have the resolve to stand up to the peer pressure.
They're actually resolve defends against many more things: instilling virtues, inspiring you, which is weird, persuading you, bargaining, threatening.
It's weird.
Whereas guile is really just reading intentions, which would be this.
Well,
So
I
what
have
are
a
your
1,
guiles?
So I have a 1 for that. So
Okay.
So I believe what's going on.
I botched.
How do you feel about
so I go for
Yeah, you don't have to
4%.
roll anything. This is just a static value.
Botched.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't roll?
It's 1.
Nope.
Yeah, it's your.
This is a
socialize
defense.
and
Oh, then
manipulation.
Oh, thank God.
Then you see through it.
You see through it.
And what is your strings? I'm assuming yours is ridiculously high.
Actually, no. My guile's only a 4, unless that's high.
That's the highest
pretty
out
high.
of us right now.
I mean, yeah, that's what I thought. So that
No, you don't even have to roll it.
roll.
It's just static. It's
Yeah,
just
static apparently.
His
that's
2
effectively
That's why
your
I didn't
AC.
roll. I see. That's the problem. I knew that. You just said that, and I was like, I don't have to roll for this. And then you asked me what it was, and I was like, I forgot to roll. I'm such a fucking idiot.
Oh man, making me choke.
It's going
over here.
great, you guys.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a fucking 4. What about it?
Okay, so the only one fooled is Dirham.
Yep. Who his eyebrow lowers and his body language tenses, and he starts moving purposely towards the water.
Upon seeing Dirham approaching, I just like do like a fancy like jump flip off of, because I'm assuming I can, like, I'm touching the ground as I'm wading in, right?
It is not making you buoyant at all. It's not
Yeah.
keeping you up. It's doing nothing like water should.
So I do an epic jump flip, and I like twist, do like a triple axel in the air, and then like land and go, ha ha! Oh no, it's fine. It's totally fine. We're all fine. I got you, didn't I? I got you.
Theorem looks notably bothered by the situation, gives a moment to just stare at Adramalik for a bit, and then starts walking.
No, Deeram, don't be like that. Come on, I was just a joke. I'm trying to lighten up.
Walks right past him.
Oh God.
And just starts walking purposely into the water.
Okay.
Oh, do you mind that spot over there? That actually is water. You don't go to the left. Just go straight. Yep, you got it. I give him a smile and a
No
wink.
response, cold walk, no head turn, just walking straight in.
Awesome.
Strings is going to follow him in with his long pipe, and as he passes by, he's just going to go, "You blew it," and keep moving into the water.
Okay.
I didn't expect to fool you. I just...
Who did you expect to fool? Anyway, you make your way into the water. Suma waits by the edge of the water, uncertain of whether to accompany you or not.
I gesture back towards her, and I like beckon with my right hand. Are you coming? Or are you also not allowed to enter this place? When Teo followed us to the last one, he said he couldn't go in. If you can come in, that's fine. But if you would like to, I mean, we certainly would appreciate your insight.
I can. I will join you then. And she follows the water. Okay. You follow the path. It leads you through a dense kelp forest, which eventually leads you to the edge of an abyssal trench. Do I need to explain what an abyssal trench is?
Yeah, you should probably for the
It's like an
It's like
Mariana
an
Trench.
I mean,
Like
I know what it is, but like,
underwater.
tell the folks at
giant
home.
hole in the ground.
That looks like it goes on forever.
Yeah, looks like it goes on for a long, long time. Suma comes up. Down there, you'll find the temple and armory.
And just to clarify, that also is just like this water. Like it's actual like breathable water. It's not like
Yes.
like water.
It is.
Is there any way back up? Once we go down, I mean, we can come back up.
You can
right?
climb, of course. Yes.
Is there any other way? Is there like a stairs or something?
Would not be a very good hiding place if there were many ways in and out.
That is an excellent point. I thought the island's secretiveness would be defense enough, but you're right. Nope, don't need stairs. Right. Shall I go first again, gentlemen?
Actually, I believe Smiling Mountain went first, and you
Oh,
tried to keep up. But if you want to go first, you can, Diem says as he folds his arms and stands next to the abyssal trench.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Look, Deeram.
Or I could
What's
just
the problem?
carry everyone down.
That's true. Why don't you just hop on Smiling Mountain's back?
Wouldn't mind being carried.
Look,
Did you
everyone
just play
seems
the
to be
lute?
vouching for how good Rakim's carrying abilities are. So, I mean, it would be rude at this point for me
Hold,
to
please.
decline.
Hold, please. Hold, please.
Oh, is he playing the powerful
Of course he
white
is.
lute
He's
of
playing
magic?
it. Yeah, he's playing it.
Playing the magic lute.
Yep, that's exactly what that is.
Have we considered the magical implications of strumming the magical, powerful white lute that we found in the Seekers?
Well, I imagine that the whole please
Okay.
is
Yeah.
this isn't happening. So as soon as
Correct.
we hear dong dong and then something
Correct.
happens.
So,
Yeah.
as you begin, as your fingers, we'll take a step back. As you were tuning the instrument, you felt it welcoming your essence. You felt you
probably
felt
fine.
yourself being drawn into it.
Definitely fine.
You have the option to commit 5 motes into it, to attune it to yourself.
Fuck yeah!
Okay. Reduce your personal pool by 5
So that's permanent reduction?
for as long as it's attuned. You can
Got it. So
unattune it at
I'm
another
down
time.
to 11. I'm going to put 16 on the other end of that just so I remember where it's at. Yeah.
Let me just make sure that.
That's cool as shit.
That is fucking awesome.
Although 5 fewer personal modes is also, that's rough.
Yeah, but they are usually worth it. So,
George, also, how long did it take us traveling to get to here?
how long?
Yeah, for the sake of regeneration of most.
It did not take that long. It did not take a full hour.
So from like the cave,
Oh,
leaving the cave, meeting Suma, talking to her, walking down to here, walking to where we
It
currently.
was maybe a half hour.
Okay, cool, noted.
Okay. Give me a dexterity performance roll.
Oh boy. Okay. Those are good for me. Dexterity is 4 and performance is also 4. Okay. So I feel okay about that. Maybe I don't. Okay, no, we made it back in the second half. That's going to be 4 successes.
Okay.
Nice.
Can
You
I
begin-
burn motes on this?
If you so choose.
Definitely going to do that. Yeah, I'm
He doesn't even know what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
a wicked
give a
song.
shit.
Play a
I
wicked
don't give a
song.
shit.
We're going into the armory. There's nothing in here.
It's two more. That's 6 successes.
Okay. Is anybody wounded?
No.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think we fought at all last time.
Nope, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay. As you begin strumming a few tunes, a melody comes to your mind, and you begin playing a haunting melody, which begins to resonate out through the water. Each of you feel it sinking into you, almost as if it's laying upon you, and you feel some of your aches and pains from the journey, from the travel, from just the stress of this whole experience begin to lighten. If you were wounded, it would have negated 2 points of wound penalties. You would also heal and recover from illnesses faster. However, you are not wounded or diseased, as far as I know.
That's fucking sick,
However,
dude.
after you benefit from that effect, you cannot benefit from it again for a year and a day.
Oh, so this is like a one-time thing. That's still cool though.
You didn't
They didn't
benefit
just
from the
benefit
effect,
from
so
it
no.
though, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
nothing happened.
Correct.
Okay, thank God.
Didn't waste that.
Another
But now
question,
you know.
George. If he chooses to play it, can we choose to receive it, or is it just like you heard it, so this is happening?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Can I like play this for kicks, or like if I do it, is it done?
Right. When I stub my
You
toe
could
and he
try
starts playing me a
to
tune.
cover your ears. You could try to plug your ears.
Okay, but once you hear it,
Yes.
the magic of the instrument takes over. Okay.
Correct.
I just won't play it unless somebody's really fucking
I
messed
don't
up.
believe that. I don't believe that for one bit.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna just jam on this a little bit more right now. Let's go.
Okay. So yes, you hear the music. You
Oh,
feel
is
it.
my pipe still lit underwater? That's a dumb
Yes.
question, I know. Yes, it is.
It's fake water.
But she said it was real.
As you've gone down, you can feel a little bit of a neutral buoyancy. It's nothing like what you would normally expect with water. You're not floating up to the top. You are able to walk as you normally would, but you don't feel wet. Your clothes don't move with the waves, and you can breathe.
After a moment of hearing Strings' music, Irem will turn to him. Was particularly charming.
I kind of have the pipe in my mouth and I look down at this thing and I go, yes, I haven't played something like this before. This is going to make the rest of my instruments jealous, I think.
Just be careful about that. Just because it felt good doesn't mean it is.
Oh, I disagree. That was amazing. If you could do that every day, the rest of my existence, I could die happy.
Dirham heaves a heavy sigh and turns back to the pit.
I look at Dirham and I'm like, I'm sorry, man. This one sounds way nicer. That's the one I want to do. So I buddy up with Andrew Malik, and I
You
apologize.
are so
to Dirham.
talented. I can't.
Stop.
Seriously, is there anything you can't do?
Well, nothing yet. I trip over a rock.
Do you? Important question. You trip over a rock at the edge of the abyssal trench. Do you fall down?
No, I think
Okay.
that was for flavor.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I asked if you chose to accidentally fall down the
That would
trench.
be amazing just to like kickstart this adventure, but no, I'm not going to be that guy. I don't want
Okay.
to cause more problems for my friends.
Okay.
You're the considerate one.
I don't know about that.
So,
Suma, have
yes?
you gone down to the armory?
I have.
How far is this?
Far.
Miles?
Fathoms.
So, like, you would say if you were just free falling, be 30 seconds, minute.
A free fall? It would be several hours.
What?
So we should just jump then, is what you're saying. Is there anything at the bottom, like to cushion the fall?
No, simply ground.
How long would it take to climb down? Like
longer.
days?
That would depend on your ability to climb.
Well, I feel like I can't climb faster than I could fall. And,
Well, I can get us down there quickly. It's getting up to problem.
oh God! Look, I would be entirely honest. When I climbed up the edge of the volcano area, that was actually a lot harder than I thought. I thought I could do it.
Shock.
But I actually really couldn't. And having to climb something that would take 4 hours to fall down, I think that might be beyond any scope of my capabilities.
I'm sure you're capable of finding a way down. You all are skilled, are you not?
I'm gonna do an insight check. Are you trying to trap us down here? Like, is my brain? I'm like,
That boy, let the paranoia flow.
We're the only ones
Okay.
capable of getting the monster
Give
out of here.
me your... What would that be? What would that be? What would that be? Socialize. It would be...
I use motive discerning technique.
Sure, I don't know what that is, but okay. What
My
does it
nines
do?
explode. It's
Okay.
just a charm.
You sound
sounded
so defeated.
enthused.
Things might get a little better. I don't know.
Well, I've never had to use a social charm before, so I don't.
Yeah, you have them.
I do.
That's good.
It is.
As long as you got it, you never know when you're going to need
exactly.
it. And then you have it.
As it goes, when you got it.
Sneeze.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so what'd you say it's gonna be?
It would be manipulation socialize.
Well, at least we're good on the socialize.
Yep.
Now just read the River God and we'll be fine.
Oh, we're not going to be fine.
Probably not. I'm gonna pump some motes.
If we're going a place
I'm gonna
that
pump
takes
this up just so we're
What could
aware.
possibly go wrong?
4
Since you're
hours of
saying-
falling. Oh my god, what if we it's gonna take us like a day to climb up this thing and down this thing?
I mean-
is there a time limit? Like, how long are we allowed to be here?
Whatever.
I feel like our very
We're
presence is
gods.
unraveling
It's
the fabric of this
fine.
dream.
We're either unleashing an unspeakable horror onto the world or we're killing it. So, like,
Yeah, living that high or low life, baby.
So I
Risking
look
it
really,
all.
I look real long and hard, and I use like no kidding, like 7 of my fucking personal motes, and I'm like, now it looks good, guys. I think this is fine because I got exactly 1 success and it was almost a bot.
I love it. I love it. Dirham used to Smiling Mountain being a good read of the situations. Once he sees his thumbs up, goes, all right, I say we go in and find our way out after we finish cleaning out this armory. Mountain, you got an idea of going down?
Oh yeah, climb on.
All right. And Dirham very willingly just climbs up and sort of hunches over his shoulder.
Rakeem, I have to say, I'm very excited.
Hopefully this will not be the only time I let everyone down, huh?
It's
It's a long way to let everyone down.
I pat Smiling Mountain on the arm, and I just go, I trust this man implicitly.
Well, I do as well, honestly.
All right.
Thank you, Rakeem.
Of course. You're all on board? Once everyone's on, I'm just gonna step off and fall. Like that's
Yeah,
it.
Dirham's clasped over his left shoulder.
Okay, everybody's on.
For hours?
I'm
You step up
wrapped
and
around.
fall and begin your descent. The descent does not pick up speed, so it does not accelerate as you go.
Oh, so
you
we float down?
You basically are floating down as you go.
Oh, then I'm gonna run along the sides of the mountain. Like I'm trying to like speed this
It's
up.
not like that. It's like you fall to a certain point like you would normally fall, and then it's like your terminal velocity is much lower than it would normally be.
Oh,
And you fall for several almost dreamlike hours.
I'm going to play a falling song.
Well, after like an hour, Dirham is going to let go and just
yeah. I'm gonna say let's try and kick off the mountain and just go a little quicker. Hopefully this doesn't stop. It doesn't like there's only 100 feet of this, and then the rest is actually falling.
As soon as we all
Yes, as soon
disembark
as-
from you, we just plummet and die.
As soon as the power of friendship leaves, you all fall. And
Right, exactly.
George,
We
how
all
much
die.
money we got in the budget? Can I play free falling? Can we afford those rights?
Certainly. No.
sure, if you can.
Dirham is gonna say to Mountain, what if we try pushing off of each other in the direction of the wall and then continue to rinse and repeat? Do you want to try?
I mean, I can make myself fall in directions I want, so I can push toward the wall and then we can go.
Well, I can. So if you let me push off of you, I can begin that process.
I'll just
Yeah, you can push off of me.
Or
I mean,
push me. Try and
I can push you.
try and
I
launch
just
me.
throw you. Yeah.
Not
There
you,
you go.
Roger,
I got you.
I don't need you.
Just watching
Slaps
his
him
No,
away.
I can help.
Try to figure this out.
I've seen you try to climb.
I'm good at climbing.
I'm just
I did it,
imagining.
didn't I?
You're adequate. Mountain, give me a push.
I'm just. I literally just. I'm just gonna just palm your back in my hand and just like push you toward the wall. Yeah. Do you want me to roll a strength?
Sure.
Sure.
Sure. Give me your strength athletics or whatever it is.
And George, I'm trying to pretty much, I mean, it's the equivalent of like Naruto ninja jumping from wall to wall.
I know what you're doing.
Plus
I know what you're
trajectory
trying
to
to do.
just, yeah.
Gotta add that flamethrower in there, like a jetpack, you know? Waste all of your ammunition just for style points.
Yeah.
You got. I got a 6 to toss you.
Cool. You got a 6. You beat the difficulty of 0, so you toss him toward the wall.
Cool.
Yes!
Am I picking up speed in doing so? Or is it like
Not really. When you push against it, you start to float back into the main area.
The middle.
So does it almost like absorb me back into it?
Well, it's more like in order to walk on something, you need to exert pressure on the ground. So if you're trying to run down the wall, you're exerting pressure on the wall. Normally, gravity would prevent you from moving away from the surface, but there's no gravity because this is not Naruto land unless you have a charm that lets you do it.
But I'm not trying to run. I'm trying to literally like from his push, which gives me momentum in that way, turn, land, like place my feet on that, kick off, and continue
So he's trying to do,
propelling
like,
myself
this.
in diagonally down.
Sure.
Like
okay.
a swimmer's
Yeah,
swim.
you push off of the wall, and Dirham goes sailing off into the distance away from you at an angle down.
Okay.
Still, okay.
Okay.
I think That's what you just described.
Yeah. I mean, picking up the pace and trying to go down. Yeah, and then he's just trying to cue in on if he's actually like picking up rate of momentum as he's declining in a dangerous manner, or if it's maintaining in a.
You do briefly while you have the momentum from your push, but then terminal velocity is terminal velocity. Eventually, the natural falling speed, the drag from forces lifting you up, returns, and you are resetting back to the natural speed.
This is probably a stupid question, but I just want to completely cover our bases. Does this appear to be magical, or is there like a counter draft or like some other thing that is making us fall slower? Is there any other possible explanation for why we're falling slower, or is it just like we are just falling slow?
You could give me a lore or occult roll, depending on what you think you're going to look at it from. You're looking at it from a magical angle, I believe.
I think so.
That would be
occult.
Yep.
That's my speciality. Fuck yeah, that's going to be 4 successes.
Okay. There are magical effects that could make you fall slower, yes. However, it is most likely the fact that this is a dream, and in a dream, things are...
floaty.
Yeah.
Yep, right.
Make
okay,
that check.
well, then I'm going to like Daffy Duck this shit and put my hands behind my head and just enjoy the ride.
I'm gonna join Strings, of course, and like I say, oh, can I get a puff of that, please?
Oh my God, where are my manners? I should have offered you before. Be my guest.
Thank you.
Although now I'm having a cruel idea. No. If this is a dream, as you say, can it be manipulated by the dreamer?
Are you the dreamer?
Fuck.
No, the demon is the dreamer.
Fuck.
You are caught in another creature's dream.
Yeah,
You're basically been Freddy Kruegered.
Oh God.
But we're gonna.
I
be the
don't
ones
like that
to
comparison.
Spook it. No, we're the Freddy Kruegers, man.
I don't like that.
Well, for what it's worth, whether or not it actually makes any impact towards his progress, Dirham is still trying to continue his momentum of jumping from wall to wall.
What wall were you trying to jump from?
I mean,
to?
Because it's a trench, so I assume that there were surrounding. There has to be a place where this.
It's like you took a sword and you slashed it in the ground. So there's one wall here, and then there's one wall way far away at the other end of the trench.
Oh, so it's too far to jump all quickly.
Well, no, eventually he'll make it there.
Right.
Probably faster than he'll reach the bottom. Yes.
That's the idea.
Gotcha.
Does pushing and still diving from side to side and trying to go down. Dirham is trying to figure out if that technique works. And if he sees them starting to pass him, he'll say, "Mountain, grab me!"
Dirham gets slightly further down than you, and then you see him disappearing into darkness as he sails toward the other side of the trench.
That's bad. All right, well, I'm going to climb down faster. Instead of just falling, I just turn and I grab the wall, and I'm just climbing upside down.
Rakeem, man, just enjoy the ride.
I take the pipe back and I offer it to our compatriots and like, come on, boys, join in. We've got some time to kill, it seems.
After a little while, Dirham sails back in the opposite direction, having pushed off of the opposite wall.
As he's coming by, I'm like offering the pipe as he passes.
Try to keep up.
He is a few feet in front of you.
Can you describe the smoke clouds as we're falling? What does that look like? How is that interacting with the gravity?
They look normal to your relative motion.
There's still a trail following the...
Can you describe it if I'm becoming inebriated or not inebriated? High? Yeah.
Well, that depends. What substance is within your pipe?
Oh, yeah. Get into the big details. This is the important stuff. This is what the viewers want to know.
This is how Greg dies, actually, is what he asks George to describe plumes of smoke and what they mean to him.
Adding that tally.
Does it look like a dog?
No, I'm asking Ed, what's in your pipe?
Oh, man.
It's your pipe. You just gave it to him, right?
I really have to shift out of D&D. I think it's not, wacky tobacco or anything. But I think it is like some of the nicer shit. It's probably like, applewood.
Lavender.
Oh, I'm relaxed.
Applewood shit.
It's like a flavored.
Yeah, exactly. It's a flavored tobacco. It's been soaked in
the black and milds of pipe weed.
Oh, it's real good. Actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No. Definitely. It's
the black and mild of pipe weed.
Here's the thing. I am not a rich man, but this is where the money goes.
Oh yeah.
This is why you're not a rich man.
To the simple pleasures. Yeah.
So it's not a hallucinogen. It's a pacifying agent.
I am so relaxed.
Yeah. I guess if you smoke a lot of it, I think at this point, I'm probably very used to it, which is why I'm always fucking smoking.
So, Adramalik, the smoke, as it begins to fill your lungs and your being, it intensifies the almost dreamlike state that you're within right now, as the world seems to slow further, the smoke trailing upwards ever so delicately, leading up toward the surface of this dream.
Yeah, I like lazily just like do what Strings is doing, just recline, but kind of just with my arms out and like kind of like do like snow angels as I'm falling, but in the smoke angels. And I probably doze off somewhere along this 4-hour fall. Yeah, I'm in heaven right now.
All right,
So I
anyone
probably
else?
accidentally got too far ahead if I was climbing straight.
It depends. Is it possible to climb faster than terminal velocity?
If your terminal velocity is like 0.
Who said it was 0?
Yeah,
you still
we're
are
falling.
falling.
We are falling, yeah.
Yeah, you're just not
When I'm
falling as
moving-
fast as you would if you had jumped off of something like this in the real world.
So my thought process here is in dreams, when I cannot run, I literally throw my hands down and pull myself, and that always
Yeah,
makes
he's
me move
speed boosting.
faster.
Ah.
He's got velocity plus.
So in
propelling
dream world
mountains
logic,
muscle.
at least in my dream world logic, pulling it makes you go.
Sure. So it makes you
But I
go.
don't know
a
how
little-
this demon works, so
It makes you go a little bit faster. Each time you pull, you go a little faster, and then your speed eventually resets back if you don't pull again.
Yeah, I eventually get tired of it, so it's fine. I just
Yeah, you get ahead of them and in line with Niram easily enough.
Oh, we're spending quality time here, guys.
Okay.
Nice.
Anybody else have anything to do before you hit the bottom?
Dirham keeps doing that until he gets any sort of line of sight.
I'm
to
just
the
ready
bottom.
to catch them in case this ends.
Okay.
More important questions. Have we peed at all since coming on this island? And do we have the sensation of needing to pee in a dream state?
George,
It has
it's okay
only
if
been
you-
a
if you don't kill him, I'll get him.
It has only been a few hours. How strong is your bladder?
That's not very strong. Not very strong.
And how much have you had to drink since coming to the island?
Like
Nothing. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I
then-
think I had like a flask of water, like after climbing, because that's thirsty work climbing.
Right, but that was mostly replenishing lost fluids, so you probably haven't needed to pee yet.
Nice. Cool. Okay, we're good. Didn't want to open that can of worms.
Yet you did. Anyway. Anyway, eventually, after several dreamlike hours, you find yourselves coming to a somewhat gentle descent next to the shattered ruins of a green bronze temple, surrounded by thermal vents that light up the ocean floor with a dull orange glow as they pump sulfuric smoke upward. Columns of rock rise around the temple, carved with some kind of language. Some have fallen to the ocean floor or are precariously balanced against each other. Places like a maze, but at the center of the maze is the temple.
does this look like the dream?
We're yeah. Well, also what
No.
you said. Okay. But
Distinctly not the place that you saw in the dream was not underwater.
if we're seeing this as we are descending now, and Dirham's been doing his bounce off of
Sure.
the trench walls thing,
Reconnaissance.
yeah, but also as soon as he can actually see it, he's gonna reach for the reach for a wall to just like actually grab hold of that and stop descending.
Okay.
And he's gonna pull out rope and pretty much just like throw the line out to see if he can fish anybody back to the wall. They're still descending. I assume Mountain is probably still near the wall as he's descending.
Mhm.
So hopefully Dirham his trajectory lines back up with the group from his back and forth. But
Sure.
trying to pretty much signal the team to like grab the wall and stop falling for a moment.
Okay, what do you do? Do you actually do so?
I mean, if I intuit this, I'm just gonna reach out and snatch strings.
Oh, and there's my character. There I go. Splat.
So
Grab the rope.
Yeah, but Dirham also like has a rope line from where he is out,
Mm-hmm.
trying to catch strings in Adramalik well. If they
Can I do anything to aid that
Or
catch,
awake.
or is aiding the catch best done by just falling into his arms?
you can just choose to do it.
I'm
The
gonna just
difficulty
choose
is
to do it,
0.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it just happens.
Mhm.
As long as you want it.
Yep.
sweet.
Okay, so you all hang there,
Looking
impossible
at the maze.
style, on the side of the wall, or did you not, Adramalik?
If someone catches me, I'm in bliss right now. I'm not really paying attention. It's been a long 4 hours.
I do call out, grab the rope.
right as Dirham.
Hey, What now? Okay. And I swing into the wall. Okay. Oh yeah.
Almost.
Just about, but I think while we have this vantage point, I mean, we should probably try to familiarize ourselves with where we're going. We have the bird's eye view.
George, do we see the layout of this maze from the above area or no?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not a literal maze. It's more like
Oh.
the way that the
It's a
pillars have
civilization,
fallen.
right?
It's not like it's not like
The Shining. We're not talking like hedge maze. It was just
it's like if you wanted to go in a straight line, it just might mean climbing over a pillar here or there.
Okay, never mind. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any noticeable threats that we can see? I imagine they're lurking under something, probably.
You can give me a wits awareness to find out.
Let's do it.
Right. Oh, and you said we've been falling for hours, right? So moats have returned through that process.
Yep, 4 hours worth of moats.
And that's what, five per hour? Or,
Yep.
That is a 4 for awareness and wits.
Okay.
Looking for baddies.
And I got a 1. I'm rolling good today. We're going to be fine.
Hey.
I was gonna say,
Hey,
not been rolling.
Boy got a 5.
nice.
Okay. You do not see any threats at this time, aside from the plumes of sulfuric smoke coming out of the vents, which would probably burn you if you were to touch it.
Probably.
Okay. Well,
Well, I'm certain whatever we're looking for is somewhere in there.
probably temp. I'm not taken.
Agreed.
All right, I let go and start falling again.
Ah,
The best shot I had at us trying to get any info before we.
But no,
You try your
good.
best.
I thought it was a literal maze, so I was like, oh, good.
Yeah, no,
good
that was a good
idea,
plan. Yeah,
Jim.
it was a good idea.
Then we
Jim.
checked it out, found out it probably wasn't a literal maze.
No, we just gotta face check everything. Let's head in ourselves.
All right, now we plummet for real.
Okay. Then you arrive at the ground, and everything that I said before still remains true.
Ooh, spooky. Okay.
For now.
Dirham coils up his rope and put back into his pack. Okay. Looking for that temple, looking for the armor. Let's get moving.
I'll take point and start walking.
Dirham
Okay.
follows.
You make your way into the temple.
Let's do it.
Okay.
With
Do
the-
you walk a straight line climbing over things, or do you actually, from looking at the maze, attempt to navigate it, like
Okay.
as it without having to climb over things?
There's no reason to exert ourselves and stuff be sharp, etc. So we should.
Adramalik, having been insulted by Dirham, saying that he can't climb that good, is going to make a very deliberate effort to climb over the things, just to show he can, just to prove he can do it. Also to himself a little bit. He's lost a little bit of self faith.
And where is Adramalik in the marching order?
Back in the front.
In the back, probably.
So nobody sees him do it as he peels off from the rest of the group?
My bet
Are
to
you
get
or are you
brutally
staying
murdered.
with the group, but just like being like, I'll climb over this thing?
I
That's
definitely
up
want
to you.
Dirham
That's
to
it,
notice
like-
me. I definitely want him to see me.
Ah.
So, if possible, I'd be like, stretching on top of this. Oh wow, look at the view from up here. It is gorgeous. What? I've never been underwater before, but I mean, I'm so. Oh, you can't see it from down there, can you? That's too bad. That's too bad.
Dirham keeps walking and trains his eyes on all of the surroundings for any potential threats.
Oh no!
and
Don't bother
the
looking from down there. You
supplies
can't
of
see
no.
anything. You
Try to
have to be
keep
up
up,
here.
Adramalik.
Oh shit!
Keeps going.
Okay. So, Adramalik, do you continue on the straight path, or do you end up following them?
Straight path. I'll probably still be about the same timing as them, even if it's more straight because I have to go up and down, and I'm definitely.
No, it's easier for you. The assistance from the dream water does actually make it a little bit easier for you to do it.
Oh, nice.
So you make your way there, and you do get there before them.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I don't go in without them.
You don't go in without them. Okay. Then you stand and wait.
Yeah.
Then give me a wits awareness roll.
Oh fuck, here I go again. Gonna die in the water.
But it's not real water.
You know what? That makes it better. So Adramalik is just sort of sitting there, twiddling his thumbs, kind of like looking aimlessly around. And as he does so, he's like tapping his foot on the ground and kind of like remarking like how it's like not like the sound he would expect because it's underwater still. Do I get a stunt for that? Please, I don't want to die, George.
You can have a 1-dot stun.
Yes! Oh, God, give it to me. And I got a 4.
4. Nice. Okay. You see, as you're looking around, you see the rest of the group making their way toward you. And in the distance, far beyond them, you can see what looks like a shadow pass over part of the ground far away.
I just store that in my noggin and say nothing.
Okay.
Until the group comes, of course.
Eventually, the group rejoins Adramalik.
I say something about the shadow. I don't think we're alone down here. Noticed some shadows sort of moving over there. I'm not quite certain what creature exists in an underwater dreamscape, but I'm sure it is not a friendly one.
Probably the guardian of this place.
Everything
should
else we've met has been.
Move quickly while it's in that direction. Whatever's inside the temple here is easy pickings, as I like to say.
Can't
Shall we?
argue with it.
I
Yes.
can argue with it. We don't know what's down here.
Well,
Well,
We have to
there's
find
no
out
way of
sooner or
knowing
later,
until we
don't
go
we?
forward. Yes.
This is.
Dirham, would you like to go first?
I will go first.
After you.
perks up an eyebrow at Adramalik and lets Mountain pass him, still looking at Adramalik, and then his eyebrow slowly recedes back down, and he starts walking.
Okay, so you make your way into the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can see that the temple is mostly destroyed. It's mostly broken down ruins. But on the far side, on the far wall, you can see what looks like a large wardrobe, which takes up the majority of the far wall, made of an almost golden metal. You can give me lore rolls.
Oh, yay.
Intelligence lore.
I don't think I have that.
I'm just not going to do it so I don't botch.
Intelligence 1, lore 1. That's gonna be good. Let's see what we get.
Don't do it. Just don't do it.
And that is a 1.
George, I have a specialty in artifact that
No, this is about material.
Okay, let's check.
All right. Are you the only one rolling it?
So,
Okay.
which
Ed
is
are you rolling it? You have lore, don't you?
Can I do this? Can I get in on this?
Yeah. This is individual
amazing
rolls
thing,
to see
yeah.
if you know the thing.
Can I do, is this lore or cult?
Lore.
Okay, that's still fine for me. He said only getting 1 success.
Okay. Golden metal.
9
I
successes.
also know that it's golden metal. Hey,
9
Strings.
successes.
9 successes.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
The material, while it looks like a form of gold, it is actually orichalcum, one of the magical materials.
Dirham's eyes widen, and he points to the dresser, the boudoir, the
Big wardrobe thing.
the wardrobe.
Yeah.
That priceless material, orichalcum.
Oh, what now?
Orichalcum.
Am I supposed to know what that is?
It's very vast. Legendary metal. Many legendary armors and weaponsmith up here.
So that's it. It's a chest. We just got to get that back up the abyss thing, right?
Well, it depends on what that's storing.
Probably
something
that.
of such quality may mean that there may be something holding with purpose. Either way, that is impressive.
It also has a nickname within society of Demon Gold.
I won't say that.
Oh, okay. Well,
He
that's
gets
a
that with
shame.
the 9.
It is a shame.
I won't say that, but I will say we should proceed with caution.
What is can we take a look at some of the pictures and descriptions around?
Some of the pictures and descriptions around?
Yeah, you said that there were like writings and hieroglyphs and stuff around there.
Sure.
Can you guys tell me if there's a lot of sleeping people or something like that around in here? Like if this was maybe like an ancient, like re-envisioned temple to this demon thing, and maybe that water lady was part of the demon thing too, since they're all fire and she's water, and maybe this is actually where they're being held and we're being kind of spirited to let them out.
So there are no pictures. It's just what looks like a script of some kind.
I'm not good at that. You guys?
Do any of you have charm that lets you do languages well?
No.
I might actually. Let me double check.
I will be impressed.
I would be impressed as well.
Nope.
Okay.
No, I'm pretty
Or
smart, but that's about it.
Do I?
I'm not smart.
How is
man.
your linguistics?
I could try picking the lock of the chest, I guess. I mean, I
I'm
could
pretty
do that.
smart.
My linguistics is a 0.
9 is also 0.
I'm pretty smart. No, nothing. So
Can anyone see if there is a living or powerful entity inside of these?
Oh yes, Strings. You could see if there's a ghost inside, right? You could check. You have your ghosty eyes. So you see ghosts.
Can do this, yes. I can absolutely do this.
Would you know if it was a demon?
I'm just gonna hang on. I'm just gonna enter in here one moment. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this at one point during character creation, but in order to be able to read, you have to have 1 dot of linguistics. So if you would like to shift a dot over to linguistics, feel free to do so.
I do have 1
I
dot.
know
I do
that.
have 1 dot. Yes.
Oh, I do
yes.
have 1 dot. I do have 1 dot in linguistics. No,
Okay.
thank
That's the
God.
wrong thing.
That's what I figured, because I know that I mentioned it before.
Because I was like,
I
why would
think
I know
you did the
linguistics?
first
No,
time,
but
that's yeah.
of course,
You know.
George. Why would I not have a dot?
Yes,
That
just
would be-
getting it in there.
Thank you for reminding us that we are literate.
Yeah.
That'd be
So you can feel
ridiculous,
free to
right?
shift a point if you need to.
That'd be
Well,
ridiculous.
I need to.
Yeah.
Yes. That has been done. And I'll throw some linguistics at this bad boy because I know how to read because I
Okay.
build characters well. This is now, what, the 3rd, 4th time I've had to adjust my character?
So no, you'll roll lore to try
Oh.
to identify the
Roll
language.
lore. Oh, okay, cool. Then I'll do
Yeah.
that. Is that intelligence lore?
You got it.
Cool. And Dirham will pull out one of his journals that he has that he keeps notes about findings that him and Mountain have had through their experiences and their training and whatnot, and sort of use that as a comparison towards the scripture itself to see if he can glean any details that kind of lend him in a direction to try and recollect.
You can have a dot stunt.
Okay, here we go. please. 4 success.
Okay.
Oh,
You are not able to identify the language. As you are looking at it, the characters that make it up don't match any of the languages that you've experienced. So it doesn't seem to be using a familiar alphabet at all.
I've never seen anything like this in my life. Could be speculated that with this being a dream, often scriptures, things of the like, don't make sense. It's imagined, it's not explained in such a manner in which you can actually read the words. You just simply know what they are. Fortunately, because it's not our dreams, we might not be able to tell. Somebody wants to give me a second opinion, you're more than welcome, but I can't make heads or tails of them.
that makes sense. I defer to your judgment. I truly have no idea what any of this Ori whatnot and magic words and dream stuff means. I'm just along for the ride.
Should we open the wardrobe?
We're here for a reason, are we not?
There's no way forward but forward.
Is it heavy? I go over to it. Does it move?
Mounted, before you touch it, though, maybe
Huh?
let me just... Better safe than sorry.
If you have something you could do, by all means.
Just more concerned in case something goes wrong to you than if something goes wrong to me.
Well, I have the opposite concerns, but you are smarter than me, so...
Gentlemen, if you like, I could try and deal with this. I have somewhat of an expertise with shiny things.
I don't want to open it. I want to see if it moves.
Very well.
Do you have anything to help you?
I could try and help you push it. I have 2 hands and
No,
2
no,
feet
no.
that are all very good at pushing.
Were you concerned about traps of some kind, Darim?
I mean, I would expect something of this stature would be trapped. I could definitely take a look at that for you. Can I take a look at that, George?
You're looking
This
for traps?
material is capable
Yeah.
of many fantastic creations. It can also be made as a prison. It can be made as enchanted to rebuff someone who is interact with it, possibly remove their being, entrance them, possess them. There's a series of potentials. It's just a matter of what the maker decided.
It'll be a perception investigation. Check for traps.
All right. Perception, investigation. I'm good at perception, not good at investigation. That's going to be 4d10. So Adramalik will walk up to this chest and he'll sort of pace around it clockwise. And as he does so, he's kind of sort of tilting his head and inspecting, like high and low underneath. He licks his finger and kind of holds it up to the watery air, kind of like fiddles with his fingers, like, wait a minute, that doesn't work. Dang it. And then continues. Do I get a stunt for that?
Sure, you can have a 1 dot stunt for that.
Yeah.
Do you actually touch it when you lick your fingers and hold it out?
No, he's just holding it up to see if he feels if he can smell anything, if he can feel like a breeze coming from the cracks in the chest. I don't know, George. No, I'm not touching it.
You feel as your finger gets closer, warmth emanating from it.
Oh, okay. I do feel something. But my
So give me your roll.
is a 2 out of 5. That's pretty bad. It's a
You do
little
not
average.
find any sign of it being trapped, but you do, of course, notice that it gets warmer as you are nearing it.
Well, I can't particularly see any conventional mechanical traps, although I expected that. But it does feel a little bit warmer the closer you get to it. So there's definitely something very powerful inside.
Or very warm, like...
Or fire. Yes, that's possible.
Dirham,
Yes.
you know that orichalcum often exudes warmth,
Right.
as it is almost like sunlight in material form.
In metal. That's a natural byproduct of the metal itself.
So it could conceal whatever's inside. We have no idea what temperature it is.
I'm actually going to... do you mind if I approach now, do you
you'd
Or do you have
like.
an idea?
Okay,
If
please.
you have an idea, I will wait.
I mean, the question is just how do we want to open it?
It is not the only question I think we're...
Well, of course, but whatever you wish to do following to that, I believe
I
that's
will
where
not-
we're going to.
I will not touch it yet, but I get close to it. Does it look like there's like, because it is a wardrobe, does it look like there's like the ordinary cracks? Does it look like it's completely perfectly sealed and crafted? Like, does it look like anything from the inside could perceivably seep out in any fashion?
Yes.
All right, then
I mean, it has like seams where you would open it up. It is not a solid chunk of
Yeah, that's
metal.
what I'm thinking. Is it like an obelisk that like just has decorations on it, essentially? So
No.
when I get closer, it is warmer. Like if I'm not going to touch it, I just get my hand like near it. And
Yeah,
it's
exuding. It's not an uncomfortable amount of warmth, but it's noticeable.
I'm going to get close to one of the edges, and we're technically surrounded by like the dream water that we're walking through, right?
Mhm.
I'm going to suck it in, and I'm just going to try and taste. Like basically I go like right from the edges, and I'm like...
So you do that, and you're filled with air because you're
Yeah, but I'm
filled-
trying to taste it.
You're trying to taste the air. Okay,
Because it's supposed to be water, so if it's water, it should have some...
It's water air.
but it's not actually water.
It's stream water.
But in the, I completely understand. But to the dream, it is water, and the things that are in here are in the dream. And so my thought is if if I suck in, I'm gonna let you know what the thought process is.
Okay.
If I suck in and I start tasting ash and stuff, or fire, or something that isn't this orichalcum warmth or a metal, then that to me indicates that this might be where the demon is trapped, or another aspect of the demon is trapped.
Ooh, interesting.
Okay.
Interesting. The smoke.
So you
Also, for
suck
some
in.
reason, I took taste, so I've really got to find a reason to use it. So
I mean,
Hell yeah.
that
It's a
just
cool perk.
checks out.
You suck in and you do not taste ash or anything similar to that.
All right.
Nothing more alien than what he's normally been through for the 4 hours that we've been floating in this.
Yes.
Yeah, got it. All right, I say, as far as I can tell, it looks fine. Do you want me to try and lift it, or would you rather?
I believe we should see what's in it.
All right. I will touch the handle.
You will touch the handle. You feel the pleasing warmth in your hand, the metal.
Cool. All right, just making sure you weren't like, and then you explode or are possessed, and etc. All right. Yeah. I'll.
You got to open it for that.
Yeah,
We're so
Yeah,
scared.
right. I know.
Whatever's happening, it's gonna happen. Like we can't avoid it. So we might as well just let it happen.
That's not
No,
true. How
we
many times
definitely-
have I given you an unavoidable thing?
Never. We stumble into them. That's why I'm so careful. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
that's true. We've been conditioned now.
Yeah, all things considered, he's literally just given us a very valuable thing that we could open right now.
He could have been like,
he didn't
it's a-
put a gun to our head or anything. We're
That's
now
true.
like, when does it explode? What does it get me? Is it evil? Yeah, we're doing all of it. He's like, yeah, it's warm to the touch. Feels like it's a thing.
All right. So I'm gonna open that bad boy up and look inside.
Strings is going to kind of come around the side of it with his bow out, just in case something like comes out of the chest. I can take a shot at it without taking a shot at you.
I appreciate that.
Very considerate.
Okay, so
Also,
you
keep in mind everything.
open the demon chest, and within it,
now, demon joke.
Fuck.
and within it, you find the armory. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7
Six.
weapons.
7 weapons.
7
Oh,
weapons along the edges of it, almost enshrined within this large armory. You see a large diclave with a blade 5 feet long and 6 inches wide, a massive straight sword of orichalcum inlaid with black jade in a pattern of tempestuous waves.
Fuck yeah.
You okay there?
Sorry, it's just keep going, please.
Okay.
Contain yourself.
Oh, jeez. Maybe.
You see a reaver diclave, a brutish, square-tipped chopping weapon with a single cutting edge, a blade 4 feet long and a foot wide. The majority of its cutting edge is green jade, but the back blunt edge is soul steel in the shape of a spinal column which curves into the haft.
Oh my
It
god.
gives the impression of nothing so much as an enormous cleaver.
Yeah, a foot wide. The sword is the blade is a foot wide.
Yes.
That's a chonky sword.
Yes.
Wow.
There is a tremendous two-handed spear with a 6-foot haft of exotic wood set with star metal filigree and fitted with a foot-long blade of moon silver at its end. Though the moon silver is solid, it reflects light like the surface of a rippling pond. And a razored ring of orichalcum and white jade about a foot across. A chakram which you'll find out.
Yes,
Later.
a sick chakram.
Yes. And a 2-foot razored war boomerang of white and red jade inlaid with moon silver.
Well,
As soon as the door's open and this
I'm
is
not done.
Oh, okay.
There's
I'm
still
not
like
oh
2
shit,
more weapons.
there's still
two
you
more
made
more.
it
left.
sound like that was the end.
There were
Nope.
that was
Yeah.
5. I'm counting. I'm
There
counting,
is.
Craig.
A massive bow of blue and green jade strung with a single star metal wire so tightly that it seems difficult to draw. And I guess I'm kind of cheating because this is a paired weapon. There is where did I lose that?
A gun.
Paired weapon.
A
Paired weapon.
gun, a
2
real
guns.
gun.
A Glock.
Just consider the mag.
What is this technology?
A real gun.
Seems a
See,
little
we
out
are
of place,
playing
but
Hades,
who are we? Yeah. Yeah, but who are we to argue?
It's the anime, yeah.
A pair of soul steel short diclaves. They're paired but not identical. One is longer and balanced for striking, while one is a little wider for defense. It has tortured images of 2 heroes dimly seen within the black surfaces as though through a broken mirror.
Are we done?
Now we're done.
That's my baby right there. Oh yeah.
As soon as
I am very ready just to smack anyone's hands away, just so we're all clear.
as soon as the door's open, and
I'm
people
like
are-
I can't see
drooling.
anything in the chest. My bow is still drawn. I'm just like, do I take the shot? What do I do?
Yeah, Theorem will say, nobody touch anything. Any of these things could be cursed, could have a being within them, whatever it is.
What? Suma led us here. She had a reason that she was bringing us to this place. I mean, come on. This is...
Yes, I did.
She's also right there. She's... right, we could touch these.
We did invite her here.
Turns sharply in her direction.
You've just been so quiet.
Well, do you have any insight you can give us to these?
They are the weapons that your forebears thought to enshrine here, to protect them.
Well, they thought right. They thought very, very right. They had
And
the
they are
right thought.
anchors, keeping the dream constant.
So
So-
we use these to break the dream.
Right, as he closes it, Theorem says, so for these weapons to be removed, the being that is currently sleeping would be released.
For the dream to end, all the items must be gathered.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have to do that. We want the dream to end. That's how we get out of here.
But if the dream ends, it gets out too.
No, not
that
if we
correct?
defeat it. We figured this out. We're going to keep it locked away. We're powerful enough for that. I mean, also, I mean, look at that. We can't just let these waste away here. They were from our ancestors. It's our heritage. It's our right.
Your
to take
tune
them.
changing very rapidly aside, Adramalik. This seems as though our ancestors did this for a reason.
Wait.
Right, but we have to use it to get out of here. Unless you want to stay here with Suma forever. Is that your intention, Diram?
No, but
No, sir,
that
we're not on an A or B path. Do not attempt put us.
yes, that does not mean that's the only option, Adramalik.
Okay, so why don't we ask Suma? She's been here longer than any of us. Is there any other way, Suma?
I have been here, as you said, longer than anyone. I have never found another way out,
That's
but
it
I
right
do
there.
not have your skills.
And Diram turns to Adramalik and gives just the smallest millimeter of a smirk.
I shoot Suma a dirty look.
At this point, Smiling Mountain, I'm going to turn toward the group, but I'm going to lean back against like the two doors of the wardrobe. So I'm just leaning on it, and I say, "Let us recap. We had our ancestors who once had an empire and were the dominant group of our world, and had all the resources that we see around us that the elemental dragons have now. And they could not conceive a way to kill this creature, or decided that they should not kill this creature. But only one of those two things could be true.
Or
Did not want to.
decided
or
that they
could not.
needed a place to hide their things and bound a demon to service.
Oh, right. I forgot about magic demon survey things.
It's true that those.
'Cause that's a pretty common thing in the world. Binding
But
demons to
finding
service.
one to have a dream is an intense.
Yeah, that's an exalted deed.
Well, we are exalted. Or we're anathema, whatever.
You're not.
Look, Diram, Rakim, I'm not saying that we shouldn't approach this with an air of caution. You mistake my eagerness for perhaps recklessness, but
I am
understand this.
mistaking it for that.
I don't think
Understand this, then, please. Let me explain myself. These weapons are powerful artifacts, and if they were wielded by our ancestors with the purpose of trapping a demon in our hands, they could be used for even greater deeds, even greater things. And I think it's our duty to do that.
When trying to accomplish your goal, sure, you don't try and swallow the world in one go. This creature that we are going to fight, and I am no stranger fighting, might be stronger than we can handle. And it has nothing to do with our ancestors left something for us. We have a glorious destiny. Our destiny is exactly what we are going to make of the map. My concern is, even if we get out of here, that we will unleash something terrible upon this world. And that we will be anthema, will we not? And so far, we have worked ever so hard to not.
Well, of course. Then this is our challenge. This is our task. We have to defeat this creature and prove that we are not what they say we are.
Or we will let it awaken and it will scurry away and become a horrible nightmare.
We would not let that happen.
But
Not
we
with
do
these, not with these weapons. If we attempt to leave this place without them, I guarantee you that we will not be able to defeat the creature. But with
Don't
them
know
at
what
our
the
side,
creature
think
is.
of the things we could do.
I want you to imagine fighting that snake with one of these. Do you think you could?
I'm not intending to fight the snake. I'm
The
intending
snake
to
is
subdue the
1/3
snake.
of this creature.
And we don't have to defeat it. We just have to keep it locked in the dream, as our ancestors did.
We don't know we don't have those magics, Edra Malik. We don't have the magics. The magics, are
they're right
behind
there.
me that you're saying we're going to take.
They're right there, exactly. We're going to take them and use them for
To
their
do
purpose.
what?
The same thing they did when this monster was sealed away in this dream.
Which is, tell me about the ritual, Edra Malik. Strength is about
tell me-
respecting a responsibility.
like
Rakim,
to hear about the
tell me
ritual,
this.
too.
Did you know anything about your powers before they came to you?
Tell me about the ritual.
Yes, I'd like to
It
hear
will
about
come come to me, as everything has come to me in the past week. My entire life has been flipped upside down. You think I knew how to do any of these powers that I have? No, they've come to me. They've come to all of us. You know this. Strings, Rakim, Dirham, were you capable of doing the things you were capable of doing yesterday or the day before? No, it's all come part of this process. We've learned and we've developed these skills. How can you not say that upon grasping these artifacts that we will not be filled with the memories of our ancestors? We will not be taught and understand the things we have to do. You have to take that leap of faith.
It may be true, but the powers that we've been given do not evidently come at any cost. I am now starting to reassess whether or not that is true.
Suma,
Yes,
was that loot something of our ancestors?
it was.
Strings,
I turn to you and I'm pulling the loot off my back.
have you unearthed some knowledges beyond the instrument? Any memories? Any thoughts on the history of this place? The rituals? Any of
I haven't played it much, to be honest. Enough to give a piece of myself to the instrument to bond us a little closer. But the instrument, but for when my fingers pick at strings, has been very quiet.
We have no reason to believe. I understand what you're saying with the increase of knowledge and the influx of knowledge, but that happened and it has passed.
But we don't know that.
We do know it. Me and I pointed at Theorem, have been walking around for over a year, and when the initial knowledge passes, that is it.
Then perhaps we need to bring all these artifacts together with the other one. There's still a third piece of this puzzle.
You are not incorrect, but we don't know the ritual, and we are probably not as strong, and we are not as well backed, and these are things that no matter what we decide, we have to decide correctly.
Then how are we going to get stronger? We're stuck here on this island. If this is our only ticket out, how would we not take it?
The point isn't that we're not going to take these weapons, but there's more to learn. We're not going to just jump before we see the full picture.
So,
we're not
wait,
touching them yet.
We are taking them though. Okay, that's
Eventually we have to, probably.
Because like you said, unless we find a different way, there's only one way out of it. But
Okay,
we're
but then-
not going to leap before we look.
okay. That's fine. As long as we're taking the weapons, I'm happy.
Say we're going to, said we might.
Well, we're going to have to. So as long as we're taking them, and I give him a deep bow and I give him a little smirk.
I try and hold the chair. How heavy is this thing?
Very.
Yeah, I can I move it?
How heavy is it for our 8-foot tall giant?
Yeah, what is your total
10
feet
foot tall
of
giant,
strength?
My total
ability?
feet of strength is 5 plus 4 because I have Thum. So for strength-based things, I am considered to have a 9 as long as it's purely strength and not combat-based.
So it strains even you. This is heavier than you would expect it to be, but yes, you are able to lift it. It is
Damn.
far
That's
far
badass.
more than the three of them combined. It weighs more than you, probably, for sure.
It definitely weighs more than me.
Wow.
It is
I
a
have lifted
big
lighter
wardrobe.
pillars than
It is
this.
a big wardrobe that was able to hold all of those weapons within it, that is made out of solid metal and magical metal at that.
All right, how do you normally get out of here? I put it down though. I'm like, all right, how do we get out of it?
Back the way we came. Right, Suma?
That is correct.
So do we just swim up?
No, you will have to climb.
No, we have to climb. Yeah. Good luck climbing with that, Rakim. And I pat him on the back and I start walking towards the exit.
Maybe we'll just
you
come
say-
back for it. And I tip it onto its face because I know they won't be able to lift it.
I turn around. I'm like, wait, no. What do you mean?
There is
Come
a
back for it.
thunderous crash as it falls to the ground.
I more gently do it, just so you know.
Okay, it still makes
It's
a
still yeah, I'm
still
sure.
Well, it's all the
gugush,
stealth
and then
in
you
it,
hear
like
the gugush
tumbling.
from outside.
Oh, it's just an echo. It's an echo.
No,
Not
it's
the
probably
not the
not.
building falling apart. Not the water collapsing. Right?
Deering
As-
pulls his Dragonfly wand
Gotta
off of
pull
his
that
back.
thing back.
Yeah,
up.
no, I'm definitely taking out my bow.
As you see a shadow loom over the temple that you are within, and then striking in from above, massive tentacles of a lava creature diving in around you.
Let's fucking go.
And I will take those joint battles. And yes,
Yeah.
this is an ambush.
Hey, it's an ambush.
Oh, hey, I am. Yes. All right.
Thank you so much for taking the time to enjoy our show. Come back next week for the next part of our adventure. Meanwhile, if you're ready for a live experience, follow our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/RPGBlender. And if you missed our past live episodes or are interested in some RPG tutorials, find us on YouTube at The RPG Blender. If you want to stay up to date on our releases, you can join our new Discord. Check the description for a link. Don't have Discord? No worries, find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at RPG Blender, or subscribe on your podcast app of choice. Music is The Punk Rock Show by My Free Mickey. Copyright 2012, licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution License. Thank you again, and remember, there's gaming outside the Forgotten Realms.
time to meet my maker.
No, it's
Again.
time to put your money where your mouth is about killing all these things.
Yeah, I don't have a magic weapon.
It's
You
time
have a
for us
magic
to
weapon.
see-
Strings is
time
a
to see
magic
about all
weapon.
your
Rakim
power.
is a magic weapon. My magic weapon is in that chest that was just put face down on the ocean floor. Oh, real happy about
Possible to
that.
go wrong.
Let me explain Rakim's philosophy.
No, I
Things
understand it.
belong to those who have strength. Those are all Rakim's weapons. When you want one, I will lend it.
You can wield all 7 of them at the same time.
No, I just control if you get in or not.
Yeah.
Therefore, they're all mine.
Might is right,
Spectacular.
as he proved. But if you want
Holy
to,
shit.
prove your might is right, you can pick up that chest.
Look at that shit, and they're all yours. I mean, you get it. But also, this is again 1/4 of this demon. We can take it out. Sure.
True, it's a good way to test our temperature.
If this thing, like, if 1/4 of this demon messes us up, we could be like, oh, we cannot take on this demon.
Yeah, we probably need those weapons. Just saying.
Why does the material have to make the man? You know.
You're
You ever
nothing
see that
without the
Batman
suit, then you're
Beyond
nothing.
episode when Terry McGinnis has to just go in with the Batman belt and a mask and he beats the hell out of the Batman Beyond suit? He didn't need the suit.
yeah.
He didn't need the suit. Are you Terry McGinnis or are you Batman? Which one are you?
Oh, I need the suit. Give me that freaking suit, man.
All right, you're going.
You think Spider-Man is
You're going in the
like,
chest. We're putting you in the chest.
What the fuck?
One of these things is not like the other. His eyes are red.
Oh,
Look, just
Lord.
because I have
We
red
safe in the
eyes
chest.
doesn't mean you can put me in a chest, okay? It's
A
not a
safe
red
box.
chest, okay? It's a golden chest. It's made of
It'll be
orichalcum, okay?
That demon steel needs a demon in it. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my god! Just because I have
because I'm wreathed
dark
in black,
shadows around
black
me.
shadow and red
Yeah,
eyes, and,
come on, not cool.
and I refuse to be called my name anymore, and some weird other name that everybody calls me by now. Yeah, I'm the bad guy. Listen, I'm just saying what the viewers know. I'm just saying it.
I would never put you in that chest.
I would in a heartbeat. I would just
You
be
wouldn't
like,
be
I know
strong
George.
enough to.
I know you got a bunch of other characters, and I'm ready to just plug you up and say
Jesus
we'll get
Christ.
more. But I know when you got to turn some of these dudes away.
Oh my god.
Wow. Okay, my carefully crafted story collapses around us.